Somewhere in the North Atlantic, there is a stretch of ocean that has terrified sailors for more than a century. Ships have crossed it thousands of times without incident, but every now and then something happens that no one can explain. A signal disappears, a crew vanishes, a vessel is simply gone. They call it the Bermuda Triangle. And one story in particular still disturbs investigators to this day. Because this ship didn't sink in a storm, it didn't send a distress call, and it didn't leave behind a single trace. It simply sailed into that region of ocean and was never seen again. Imagine standing on the deck of a cargo ship in the early hours of the morning. The air is warm, the sea is calm, the engines hum steadily beneath your feet. Everything feels normal, too normal. In the early 20th century, ocean trade routes were busier than ever. Cargo ships carried sugar, machinery, rum, textiles, and supplies between the Caribbean, the United States, and Europe. These voyages were routine, predictable, safe. Sailors trusted their maps, they trusted their instruments, but the ocean has always had a way of reminding people how small they really are. One particular voyage began just like countless others. The ship was strong, modern for its time, and commanded by an experienced captain who had crossed these waters many times before. The crew knew their duties, the cargo was secure, the destination was clear. There was nothing unusual about the journey, at least not at first. The vessel departed port under clear skies. Dock workers watched it disappear slowly over the horizon, its smokestacks fading into the distance. No one watching that departure could have imagined that it would become one of the ocean's most chilling mysteries. Days passed. Life on board followed a familiar rhythm. Sailors cleaned the deck, engineers checked machinery, the cook prepared meals below deck, while waves slapped gently against the hull. At night, the ocean turned into a vast black mirror, stretching endlessly in every direction. For sailors, the sea can feel peaceful, but it can also feel isolating. Out there, hundreds of miles from land, there are moments when the world feels strangely quiet, almost too quiet. As the ship continued its journey, it approached a region many sailors whispered about in bars and ports across the Atlantic, an area bordered roughly by Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. Stories about it had circulated for years. Ships found abandoned, aircraft disappearing from radar, compasses spinning for no reason. Most captains dismissed these tales as superstition. Sailors have always loved a good ghost story. But even the most skeptical crews sometimes noticed something unsettling about those waters. Strange lights, unpredictable weather, moments when instruments behaved oddly. Still, the voyage continued. The ship moved deeper into the Atlantic. Then something changed. At first, it was subtle. A crew member noticed the compass drifting slightly off course, not wildly, just enough to raise an eyebrow. The captain ordered it checked. Everything seemed functional, yet the needle didn't quite behave the way it should. Then the sky began to change. Clouds gathered faster than expected, swallowing the sun and turning the ocean a darker shade of gray. Winds shifted. The sea grew restless. Storms at sea were nothing new. Experienced crews knew how to ride them out, but something about this one felt different. Radio operators attempted to send routine updates about their position. Signals struggled to transmit clearly. Static filled the airwaves. Another message was attempted. Again, interference. Then, finally, a short transmission managed to reach a nearby station. The message was brief, unsettlingly brief. The operator reported strange instrument readings, visibility changing rapidly, conditions that didn't match what nearby ships were experiencing. Then the signal faded. Hours passed. No further communication arrived. At first, no one panicked. Radio failures happened. Weather could interfere with signals. But as time continued, concerns slowly grew. Other ships attempted to reach the vessel. Nothing. Ports expected its arrival, but the ship never appeared on the horizon. Days later, when it became clear something was wrong, search efforts began. Ships scanned the ocean. Aircraft flew over the region. Investigators hoped to find something, anything. A lifeboat, floating debris, a damaged hull, even an oil slick. But the ocean offered nothing. It was as if the ship had simply stopped existing. And that was what frightened people the most. When ships sink, they leave evidence: wood, cargo, bodies. But in this case, there was nothing. No wreckage, no distress call, no survivors. The vessel had vanished somewhere inside the Bermuda Triangle. As news spread, speculation exploded. Newspapers printed theories, sailors shared stories, experts attempted explanations. Some believed the storm had been stronger than anyone realized, swallowing the ship whole before the crew could react. Others suspected human error, a navigational mistake, a mechanical failure. But those explanations didn't fully satisfy investigators. Because ships in worse storms had survived, and even catastrophic sinkings usually left clues, this one did not. Years passed, but the mystery refused to fade. Then researchers began looking deeper into the strange reputation of the Bermuda Triangle itself, and the more they studied it, the stranger things became. Pilots reported instruments malfunctioning. Ships described southern fog banks appearing out of nowhere. Some captains claimed the ocean there behaved differently, as if currents and weather patterns shifted unpredictably. One theory involved powerful methane gas eruptions from the ocean floor. When released suddenly, these gas pockets could reduce the density of water, making ships lose buoyancy and sink rapidly. If that happened quickly enough, a vessel might disappear before sending a distress call. Another theory involved magnetic anomalies. Certain parts of the region may interfere with navigation instruments, leading ships dangerously off course. But again, there were problems. None of these explanations fully matched the circumstances, which is why, over time, darker theories emerged. Stories about time distortions, strange energy fields, even the possibility that ships entering the region somehow slipped somewhere else. Most scientists reject these ideas, but the ocean still keeps its secrets, and the Bermuda Triangle has collected more than its share of such. Decades later, modern researchers attempted to reconstruct the ship's final route. Using weather records, ocean currents, and known navigation paths, they tried to determine where it might have gone down. But the Atlantic is vast, unimaginably vast. A single ship can vanish within it almost effortlessly. Somewhere beneath thousands of meters of dark water, the wreck may still exist, silent, preserved, waiting to be discovered. Or perhaps it doesn't. Perhaps the ship truly was lost in a way we still don't understand. And that thought is what continues to haunt people.
Because imagine being on that deck during those final hours, the compass behaving strangely, the radio failing, the storm closing in, nothing but endless ocean in every direction. No land, no help, just the growing feeling that something was very, very wrong. Did the crew panic? Did they attempt to abandon ship? Did they watch something happen that we still cannot explain? No one knows. The sea kept the answers. Even today, ships still cross the Bermuda Triangle every single day. Most of them pass through without noticing anything unusual. But every so often, sailors report something that makes them uneasy. A compass twitch, a sudden fog, an instrument behaving